What's good with you guys, man? It's Grind Life Productions back at it again with another video. I hope you guys have been doing good. I hope you guys have been taking care of yourselves. But most importantly, I hope you guys have been keeping the faith alive. I hope you guys have been keeping the hope alive because it's only by faith that we are going to achieve all of these great things. It's only by having the hope, keeping the hope alive, that will give us the drive to crush all of our goals, to dominate the game. It's only by faith and hope that we can get all of these things done because there are a lot of people out here who don't believe that you got what it takes. They don't believe in your vision. They don't believe in your vision. If anything, they're going to laugh at you. They're going to laugh at you. They're going to make fun of you just because you're trying to get it popping for yourself. They're going to make fun of you just because you believe you can do something that the mass majority of other people can't do. They're going to laugh at you just because you're not a closed minded individual. But I'm here to tell you, let them laugh. Let them make all the jokes they want. Let them create all of the false scenarios that they want. Let them be negative. Let them be negative Nancy's all they want. Let them be negative, but you keep on working. You stay focused. You keep handling business and you stay on the righteous path. Don't even give them no energy because these people want a reaction out of you, but you can't let them get it. You cannot let them get that. You can't let them get that because once they get that over you, oh yeah, it's over. They got complete control over you. They got complete control over you because they're going to be like, oh, yeah, I just made him do whatever I wanted. Oh, yeah, I just made her do whatever I wanted. So she ain't going to do nothing. He ain't going to do nothing. Just because you went back on what you said you was going to do. If you said you was going to do something, you get it done. You get it done. I don't care what nobody has to say. I don't care what nobody has to say. You go crazy. You do what you got to do. You do what you got to do. Don't let these fake people get in your way. Don't let these fake people get in your head. Don't let them do that. Don't let them do that because I'm going to tell you this, it's all a game. It's all a game and everybody is playing to win, but the win conditions are different for everyone. So your win conditions might be, oh yeah, I want to be successful. I want to take care of my family, but the win conditions of a hater is to bring you down. The win conditions of a hater is to bring your morale down. The win conditions of a hater is to make you stop everything that you're doing. They're trying to get in your way. They don't want you to be great. They feel as though just because they had so many misfortunes in their life, they feel as though they need to pass that negative energy on to you because they feel like it's not even worth it. But it is worth it. It is worth it. You got to keep on fighting. You have to fight until the end. You have to fight until the end. I understand it gets dark sometimes. I understand it gets real sometimes. I understand it gets hard sometimes, but you gotta trust in God's plan. I understand all of these things are happening, but you gotta trust in God's plan. You may mess up today, but that's okay. You're gonna wake up tomorrow. God is gonna wake you up tomorrow, and He will give you another fighting chance, but you have to grab a hold of that opportunity. So many people wake up every day and they take life for granted when there's so many people out here that wish they could do what you do. It's people out here that's handicapped. It's people out here that are just poor. It's people out here that's homeless. Do you know what it's like to be homeless? Do you know what it's like to not have a roof over your head? Do you know what it's like to go without a meal? Like unintentionally? Because I understand some of us may fast from time to time, but do you know what it's like to be forced to fast? Do you know what it's like to be forced to fast? To literally not eat anything for a good amount of time just because you literally don't have the opportunity, just because you don't have the access to food? That's crazy. It's crazy. And it's crazy how so many people take advantage of the blessings that they have now just because they can't get everything that they want in the right now. You gotta let that breathe. You gotta let that breathe. They take it for granted. They take it all for granted. They take it all for granted. They take all these blessings for granted. But when all the blessings leave, then they all want to cry. Then they want to cry saying, "Oh man, always me. Why me? Why do all these bad things got to happen to me?" Stop being a victim. Stop being a victim. Keep the faith alive. I know you guys seen the title. I know you guys seen the title. Faith without works is dead. Faith without works is dead. So if you don't believe in what you're doing, if you're not putting in the work, matter of fact, you can believe all you want. You can believe all you want. But if you're not putting in the action, it's never going to come true. It's never going to come true because you're not working. You're not working. You're not doing what you're supposed to. You're not doing what you're supposed to. I don't care if you don't get good results the first time. You might get them the next time. You just might get it the next time. But it's on you at the end of the day. It's all on you. You got to keep on fighting. You got to keep on fighting. There's a reason why I named the title of this video Meeting God Halfway. So many people believe that God just abandoned them just because times is getting hard. Have you ever thought that maybe God is just testing you to see where you're at? And maybe if you pass the test, you could probably move on to bigger and greater things if you just stop complaining and just get to working and just get to grinding. Have you ever thought about that? So many people who don't think like that. They think that just because all these negative things are happening, God just abandoned them. God just threw them to the wolves. And God does throw us to the wolves sometimes, but it's all a test. It's a test of strength. It's a test of strength because even though he throws us to the wolves, he's still there with us. He's still there with us. And sometimes we forget that he's still there. Sometimes we forget that we can call on him if we need help. You can't forget that. He's there with you through anything that you do. With anything that you do, he's always there. Even when nobody is there, even when all your friends left you, even when all your family left you, even when your boyfriend left you, even when your girlfriend left you, he's still there. He's still there, but you gotta call on him. You gotta call on him. He's testing you to see where your faith is at. He's testing you to see where the hope is at. He's testing you to see where your mind is at. If your mind is not on him, then you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win. Your mind has to be on him at all times, through the good times and the bad. It still has to be on God. We need to keep our focus on God. He's doing his thing in the spiritual, but it's up to us to handle business in the physical. It's up to us to do what we got to do right now. It's up to us to do what we can with what we have. So many people feel as though, oh, just because I don't have this, I can't go into the dream career field that I want to get into. No, that's not the case. We all have to start somewhere. You got to work with what you got and you got to work your way up. In this life, it's all about leveling up. It's all about leveling up. We all start at the bottom, but who's going to skyrocket to the top? And not even who's going to skyrocket to the top, who's going to work their way to the top? Who's going to go through that journey? Who's going to go through the tough times? Who's going to go through the rainy days, even when it's thundering and storming and lightning and raining and everything, and you could barely see? Who's still going to keep on trying to look for the light in that dark tunnel? That the hope is the light. Are you going to lose your light just because things are going left? Or are you going to stay focused on a mission? This is why I tell you guys, keep the end goal in sight, because as soon as it all works out, you're going to be laughing at it. You're going to be like, oh, wow, man, I can't believe I was going through that. I'm telling you, you probably going through some things right now, but I promise you, maybe in the next few years, you're going to be looking back at this situation and you're going to be laughing about it. And you're going to be like, man, I can't believe I was really that down bad. I can't believe I was really going through it. And now look at where I'm at. Dream position. Dream position. I'm having my way with life now. Went through those dark times then, but now I'm having my way right now. Now I'm doing what I got to do right now. Life is looking good for me right now. They never want to think about how life could be. They always worry about how hectic it is in the present. But we got to let that go. We got to let that go. Everybody goes through tough times. Everybody goes through dark times, but who's going to fight till the end? Who's going to fight to the end? This is why I'm going to tell you guys, when times, just because times are getting negative, don't get negative. Do not get negative. Do not get negative. Stay positive through anything, through everything. Stay positive, even if it feels as though you're somewhat acting delusional. Still stay positive, even if people call you delusional, even if people call you crazy just because of everything that they see you going through. Stay positive, keep a smile on your face, and keep on working, because you will get yourself out of the mud. You're going to get yourself out of the mud eventually, but you gotta go through this pain right now. Nobody wants to go through pain. I don't want to go through pain. You don't want to go through pain. Nobody wants to go through pain. But we're going to have to. We're going to have to. We're all going to have to. We're all going to have to. But how is your attitude going to be in the midst of the storm? Because your attitude determines your altitude. If you have a good attitude, you're gonna have a great altitude. But if you have a bad attitude, then you're gonna have a bad altitude. Everything is gonna go wrong. Everything is gonna fall apart. People are just gonna shame you. People are gonna put you down. People gonna put you down. You're not gonna get anything. You're gonna be blaming everybody for everything that happens to you, and most times it's not even gonna be their fault. You're just pointing fingers just to point fingers. Imagine pointing fingers just to point fingers instead of being accountable for your own actions, because a good majority of the things that happen to us is self-inflicted damage, and we don't want to say that. We don't want to admit that. We don't want to admit the fact that a lot of the bad things that happen to us is self-inflicted. You see, I tap into the stock market every now and then. And sometimes, like, I do trading. I do trading. Sometimes I lose money, sometimes I get money. But whenever I lose money, I'll always say, "Man, I should never took it out. I should have just left it in." But you see where that is? That's self-inflicted damage. If I would have left it in, I would have gained, because I was being greedy. So I lost money. I lost money when I could have gained. I was wanting more when I didn't need that. I didn't need that. I just needed what was just enough for me. I should have just took that, but I didn't. I wanted more. I got greedy and I lost more than I could have gained. So that was on me. That was on me. That was self inflicted damage. We have to recognize our mistakes so we can't make the mistakes again. So now, next time when I go into the stock market, next time when I start trading, I'm not gonna be greedy. I'm not gonna be greedy. I'm gonna take my gain. I'm gonna take my profit. I'm gonna take my profit. I'm gonna be disciplined. I'm gonna be disciplined. And that's what you gotta be. You have to be disciplined. In tough times, you gotta be disciplined. There's a time and place for everything. And you will know, because God speaks to us all. God speaks to us all. Some people think God isn't real. Some people think God is just not speaking to us, but He's speaking to all of us. He gives us signs. He gives us signs, but it's up to us to listen to these signs. And we wonder why we're still in bad situations. We're not listening to God. We're not heeding His warnings. We're not tapped into the Bible. We don't have a strong prayer life. We're not spiritually in tune with Him. We need to be spiritually in tune. We need to be spiritually in tune. Everybody's so spiritually in tune with all these things that put them on a negative level, but nobody really wants to get connected with the Father, the one that has all the power. They want to go to all these external resources to get power from other people, get validation from other people, but they don't want to go to the source. You see, me, if I'm going to get something, I'm going to get it from the source. God is the source. He's the source of all of my strength. Even when I don't feel like doing these videos, I still step up to the plate anyway, because I know I have an end goal. I have an end goal. I have a mission. And it is my job to complete that mission at all costs by any means necessary, and it's going to get done. It's going to get done. You better believe it. You better believe it. Even if I don't feel like it, it's still going to get done. I'm still going to handle the business because it gets to a point in time where I just start to realize a good majority of the things that I go through in life, I just treat it all as a test. And I'm like, you know what? Okay, I'm going through it. I accept it. But now it's time to solve this problem. A lot of people go through problems, but they don't never want to solve the problem. They don't never want to think of strategies of ways to get out of the problem. We need to break out of these problems. We need to break free. We need to break free. God gives us the strength, but how will we use it? Once you ask God for the strength, you have to put it to work. He's going to give it to you. He's going to give it to you, but you got to put it to work. We got to meet him halfway. We got to meet God halfway. Like I said before, he's doing his thing in the spiritual, so we have to do our thing in the physical. That's all it is. But yeah, man, with that being said, I hope you guys got some type of inspiration out of this video. I hope I was able to inspire you guys to just not give up on your dreams and to just keep on pushing and just get the business handled and just go crazy in your lives and not blame anybody, because we're not victims over here. Over here at Grind Life Productions, we don't have victims. There is no victimhood. We don't praise that. We don't praise that. We praise discipline. We praise strength. We're strong. You got to be strong. We BTL. We're built to last. You got to be built to last. If you're not built to last, then it's gonna be a sad reality for you. It's gonna be a sad reality for you. But yeah, man. Follow me on Instagram at grind_CJ27 and follow me on TikTok at Grind Life Productions. But with that being said, this has been Grind Life Productions and we signing out. Peace.